Welcome to Blue Collar Ballistics podcast. I'm Josh. Today I've got Juan with SAR Firearms with me. If you're not familiar with SAR Firearms, they do make firearm, the SR9, that is used by the Turkish law enforcement. Anyway, I'll let him tell you more about that here in just a little bit. Since I am not sponsored, I'm sponsoring myself more or less. Go ahead and check out my website, bluecollarballistics.com. We got a lot of stuff on there. We got a gun giveaway going on. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel here on the website. Throw in your email, and I periodically send out specials that we have and stuff like that. I try not to bombard anybody. But yeah, go ahead and check out the website, subscribe to my channel here. And with that, I'm going to let Juan tell us a little bit about SAR.
Yeah, well, how's it going, man? Yeah, so just a little bit of history about the company. Been around for a little bit, been in the industry since 1880. So about 145 years we've been in the industry of firearms and artillery and everything else. So we're the only exclusive importers of SAR, which is a Turkish company. Like I said, been around since 1880. They make everything from artillery, heavy machine guns, turrets, robots that have guns on them, like the little dogs you see. They have that kind of stuff. So they have a lot of technology in their company. And right now we're only importing the pistols, which is probably like the lowest technology that they produce, but they have some know-how. And the people that are behind these firearms, they're tested at the facility. Like if you see our slides, they have cuts. They make sure the slide cuts don't interfere with the manipulation of the pistol or the function of it, any of the operations. So they're highly tested and also NATO approved. With that NATO approval, it means they passed a 5-year test with 150,000 rounds through it without failing. So some other manufacturers tried to go through that testing and failed, where we succeeded. So you talked about price point. Our price point is fair because the way these guns are manufactured, very little waste, made in a 1 million square foot facility. A lot of CNC machines making these guns, and then they're put together by gunsmiths. So our waste is very minimal. So that's how we can keep the price point at a fair price.
Kind of moving you around here a little bit so I can see you a little bit better while we're talking. Yeah. I've seen some of your price points are really great. One of them was around $299.
So those are what we're calling our legacy products. That's pretty much SAR is still manufacturing those because those are more purpose-driven, for the military, and they got to be a little more rugged. In the U.S. market, we kind of like our pistols to be a little flashy, and we want to add, multiple things to it. We want to add optics to it. We want to add, different accessories like lights and things. So we kind of, when we import them, they're kind of dressed up for the U.S. market. As you can see, they're going to be optics cut for the RMSC footprint. We're going to have night sights that are already raised. In case you mount an optic on it, you can still use your irons as backups. So we kind of dressed them up a little bit. We put some slide cuts in there. So those are our newer SAR 9s that we're importing in. The ones that you're seeing for $299 or things like that on other people are selling them, that's kind of our older inventory.
Inventory, gotcha. What's a SAR 9 going for now? That you said that's the one that the Turkish law enforcement uses.
Yeah, law enforcement and military, and we also supply firearms to 80 different countries around the world.
Wow.
So yeah, we have and that's for military and their government use.
I don't know that I ever even heard of SAR until about a year and a half ago when I was out there at that 88. IV88 range day, and learned a little bit about them back then and starting to see more of them since.
Yeah, we're about to, starting this year, you're gonna see some aggressive marketing from our side. More range days. We had a great SHOT Show. People are now buying our firearms because they're getting the other stuff at that lower price points, and now we're getting our firearms actually shot and tested, and now we got great reviews. Everybody loves the guns. So now they're like, wow. So they can see the difference from our legacy products to the stuff we're releasing now, our SAR 9s, now with the slide cuts and everything else, and still at a fair price point at about $500.
Nice. Yeah, and I don't own any SAR handguns or anything like that, but I did get a shoe one here about a year and a half ago, and for having bigger hands, it fit my hand really well. It felt great in my hand and seemed like it shot really well as well. Also.
Yeah, that's where we get
Wow.
complimented a lot is the ergonomics of the gun. And then you can switch out the side panels and the heel of the gun to kind of custom fit it to your hand. If you have a larger hand, you can make it a larger grip. And it's like 21 different variations. You can set that up to really customize your grip. But right out the box, I mean, we go to shows and display the firearms. People love the way they feel, but we kind of drive the point home when they shoot them. They understand, oh man, this thing kind of points naturally. I'm picking up my sights easier and things like that. Follow-up shots are easier. And, the grip is a big part of shooting a pistol.
Yeah, it is. If you can't have good control of your handgun, and it's not going to be as much good as it needs to.
Yeah.
So you said you've been around since what, 1880? Is that what I heard?
1880.
Has it always been called SAR?
Like I said, the company in Turkey is SAR. So as the importer here in the U.S., we cut it down to SAR.
Gotcha. How long have you been operating in the U.S. as SAR when you shorten the name there?
2017 is when we
2017.
came in here and kind of hit the market kind of slow, started importing them in. But they've been imported for years by other companies that would import them and rename them or whatever. So they've been around. They've been in the U.S. market for a long time. But now that we're the exclusive importers of SAR, we've kind of put our name on it.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. What do you guys have anything else besides handguns?
In the U.S., not yet.
Not yet.
We do have a carbine pistol, but with the brace laws and all that, we kind of left that alone. We don't want to get involved and upset the ATF.
Yeah.
But we're just focused on the pistols right now, and eventually, I think the rifles will be coming. ARs, AKs, and things like that.
Yep. So I've seen a lot of different firearms coming from Turkey, like Turkish shotguns and other rifles as well and stuff. Are they made? Is there quite a few different manufacturers over there for firearms, or is it something that is made from that same manufacturer?
I will say that we assist other Turkish companies with manufacturing some parts for them.
Gotcha. But they probably most likely weren't your firearms.
No.
Shotguns or anything. I gotcha.
No, like I said, some other companies will get with us on manufacturing some parts for them and things like that. We are the largest facility out there in Europe, so we can manufacture a lot of stuff.
What are firearms laws like over in Turkey? I hear of different countries having manufacturers over there for firearms, whether it's Turkey, Israel, Germany, different places. And I've always been told that most other countries got some pretty strict gun laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, in Turkey, the firearms are primarily made for, military and law enforcement, but private citizens can own them, but they have to have a purpose and they have to go through certain documentation and get authorization to own a firearm.
Gotcha.
Not as easy as you would say, like here in the States.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get involved with SAR, and how long have you been with SAR?
So, I'm
do you guys go by SAR or SAR? How do you guys?
SAR. Yeah, this is SAR.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a Marine Corps veteran. While in the Marines for 2 years of that, I got pulled for PMI duty, primary marksmanship instructor. So both of those years, I was on a pistol range, so I really got to hone my pistol skills. I shot competitively for the Marine Corps and things like that. Then after the Marine Corps, got into law enforcement. I've been in law enforcement for over 20 years now. So when I got approached by SAR 3 years ago, I decided to go ahead and take a break from law enforcement and give this a shot, try something different. I'm still reserved, though, so I'm still active. Like, I'll be working the next couple of weekends with my department. So I still try to stay active in the law enforcement community and things like that. So
nice.
Instructor for law enforcement in Texas, both, lecture style and firearms. So now as a reserve status, I mainly focus on, assisting my department with training, things like that.
Okay. Nice. So what are some of the things that make the handguns that you guys sell unique? What sets them apart from other people? I know you kind of went over some of the specs a little bit already, but what do you think of the things that set you apart?
So again, we're a manufacturer for 80 different countries for their military and law enforcement. So these are made with purpose. Like, they can't not work. They have to be dependable. We have military and law enforcement depending on these weapons. So they really are manufactured with care and with that understanding. Little things to the pistol. I mean, obviously you see the slide cuts, optics cut, the raised night sights. Some people overlook that. You know, we got tritium sights on there already. Some other pistols, when you buy them and you put an optic, now you got to spend the money to go replace the sights. You know, so that's one expense you don't have to worry about. And then our
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, and then we also have an upgraded trigger. You know, a flat face trigger. So a lot of times too, again, you know, you go buy a firearm, you're like, oh, I'm gonna upgrade the trigger. This thing comes out the box, you know, ready to go, and you're pretty happy with it. You're like, okay, all I need to add is an optic and maybe a light if that's what I want to do, and get a holster, and I'm ready to go. Other little things like the texturing of the grip, and along the frame, there's some texturing towards the front for your support hand. And then if you look at the front of the barrel, it has a recessed crown. So it kind of protects that crown from damage, and, you know, so it doesn't affect, so it won't affect your accuracy. Then these barrels are hammer forged. I mean, they're accurate barrels. And if you look at some of your higher priced pistols, they'll kind of emphasize how their barrels are hammer forged and everything else. Ours come like that stock at a price point of $500.
Yeah, no, I get the tritium night sights on a lot of my handguns, and they usually cost at least an extra $100 to have those put on.
Yep.
That's not more.
Yep. So, you know, I would say we're an out the box product ready to go. You know, add your holster and add the accessories you want, and you know, it's going to be dependable. You know, it's gonna go bang every single time.
Yep, and that's a huge deal for me. There's a lot of good guns out there. There's a lot that are more accurate than the Glock, but I am a huge Glock guy, and it's for that reason. I know when I pick it up and I pull that trigger, it's going to go off. I want something that's dependable, and they're not accurate. They're fairly accurate, but
Right.
but there are other guns that are more accurate and probably just as dependable. But I've put thousands of rounds through those, and it sounds like you said earlier that you've put 150,000 rounds through one of your firearms too.
Yeah. So right. So that NATO testing, like I said, 5 years, and you're talking extreme heat, extreme cold, drop test. You know, anything you can think of, they torture that pistol pretty good. And over 5 years, they put 150,000 rounds through it without failing. So that's kind of impressive, and we kind of lean on that when we're talking to people about these guns. Like, pretty dependable. And just being out there in the market, meeting other SAR owners. I was at a gun show walking around, just kind of talking to people, and one of the dealers there had one of our firearms. Well, he didn't know who I was, first of all. So I just kind of go up and go, man, you don't have any SARs here? He goes, oh, right over here. Because he had a bunch displayed. He goes, yeah, he goes, look, and he lifted up his shirt. He goes, this is what I carry. Because I carry a SAR. He goes, this gun, I've put 20,000 rounds through it and haven't cleaned it once. He goes, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with it. I go, really? So then I throw him a business card. He goes, oh, man, wow, blah, blah, blah. So we started chatting it up and stuff. And he was just really pleased with the weapon. He goes, man, I can't believe people don't know about these guns. And that's going to be something else that's going to separate us from other companies. Our marketing's going to get up there, our customer service. And, if you need to call and talk to somebody's going to answer that phone and talk to you about it. We have email set up if you have any questions about your firearm, and also our Instagram, SAR Firearms _official. You can hit the DMs if you have a quick question, and somebody will help you. If it's something a little more technical, I might direct you to the website. But we definitely take our customer service to the next level. That's going to be our approach.
Nice. And that's something that's always a big issue for people too, is what's customer support like? You get some, you hope you never have to use it, but that usually ends up being a big issue for people too, is customer support.
Yeah. And when you do have to use it, you want a pistol that works. You want a firearm, you want to make sure that's going to go bang when you need it to. And we're also offering lifetime warranty on our pistols.
Nice. And you said they're optics cut? All of them are, or just certain ones?
All of them are. Not our legacy products like you were talking about earlier, the older
ones?
No.
Yeah. Okay. But all the newer stuff is cut for...
It's cut for the RMSC footprint because of the width of the slide. But with Dawson Precision, we're working with on making a bunch of our accessories. They made some plates so you can mount the larger optics on there if you wanted to.
Gotcha. Nice. Let me think. What else people want to know about your firearms here. You know, I didn't know if there was any more before I started besides just the handguns. The handguns are all I've seen and stuff. So that's nice to know that there will be more in the future stuff coming. But just the handguns themselves are great. You said you got different sizes. So the law enforcement, military, a lot of them carry the SAR 9. What are some of the smaller handguns, and is that something people can get holsters for to carry concealed, and that's always a question too with me, is like, can I get holsters with it? And a lot of times with firearms, I can get holsters, whether they're generic or whatnot. But then if you want to put a light on it or an optic, then it's harder yet to find holsters for those. So what's it like to find holsters for SAR pistols?
Our accessory support is definitely kicking up, especially at SHOT Show. We had a bunch of meetings with a bunch of other holster makers, things like that, and people are ready now because they're starting to see the traction start to build. You know, that's always a problem. Like, if it's not a popular pistol, not everybody's gonna make a holster for it. So now that we're kind of growing with popularity and people are buying our guns, holster makers are out there hitting us up and making them. One that I've been working with is Alpha Mega Kydex. Awesome holster. And he makes everything from inside the waistband, outside the waistband, and then level 2s for the SARs. And he has all the molds, and he's been working with us pretty closely. And you can go on there and pretty much customize your holster. Say, I need it to be optics cut ready. I'm mounting this light on it, and he'll put it together for you. And there's a bunch of others out there, crossbreed, tactical. There's a bunch more that I'm probably missing, but you just go on Google search like you do, and you'll find something.
See what you can find. Yep. No, I even like different. It'd be nice if they're a little more standardized with the different sizes and stuff. Like, you hear Streamlight and Surefire as far as gun lights go. They're pretty popular. You can find a lot of holsters that they'll fit in and stuff like that. I've gotten to like a lot of the O-Light stuff too, just because it's able to be recharged, things like that. But that's hard to find holsters for. So each little thing you add to the gun makes a difference as far as the holsters go and stuff like that too. But no, I was just curious, the firearm in general, how hard it was, and to find holsters and stuff for them.
They're out there. You can find them. And then we also, on our website, we have a web store, and we carry some holsters and other products on there as well. Things that work
nice
with the pistol we've tested out. The O-Light, we have a gunsmith playing with one right now, and he's liking it. He's liking it a lot, and it's a good price point too. And then Siley Optics, they sent us a bunch of samples, and we've been playing with those, beating them up, and they've been holding. It's some clear glass, and their price point is about $200. So, and then we talk about the RMSC footprint. It's usually a smaller dot, but Siley makes a pretty good sized window. It's maybe a hair smaller than an RMR window. So it's a pretty good sized window on that small footprint. So that's what I've been shooting here lately.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I might have to end up getting one of these sometime. Try them on. I'm going to be trying out some different sites and stuff. I've pro staff for Sightmark this year, and they've got one I'd like to try out. I haven't tried out yet. I'm going to be doing some videos on their thermal and stuff. They got the Sightmark Wraith thermal, and probably doing some videos on it here in the near future. But after that, I'd like to get one of those to try out stuff. But no, I've shot a lot of different optics, and I don't know which ones I like the most. The ones I've got here personally right now are the Olsen, but there's quite a few out there, quite a few different ones out there.
Yeah, it's nice when you get to choose. You can kind of be picky, and look around. Yeah, let me run you through the models real quick on the fire models. Okay, so I have them up here on the wall. If you look up here, well, of course, on the top, I got 2 customs that I kind of made for fun.
Yeah,
the one on the left.
Can't really see them on here very good. I don't know if it's centered. It might have to turn your phone.
You mind if I take the phone over there?
Yeah, that's fine. He was going to use his computer this morning. We're having some trouble hooking it up, so he ended up using his phone to do this podcast. So that's why we're able to.
Yeah. So here's our this is our SAR 9 SOCOM, the full size, and it's kind of got it Cerakoted to dress it up a little bit, but that's pretty much all that is. Here, so you're talking about one of those $300 pistols. Took it, had it optics cut, had some sights so I can co-witness. So I put the Vortex sight on there, put some texturized grip, and then Cerakoted in that black multicam. So when you get a pistol at that price point, you can kind of go have some fun with it, and it's solid. Okay, just to go with our standard line. So here goes our SAR 9 Sport. It's gonna be our long slide. It's gonna be more for your competitive shooters and things like that. Talking about a 5-inch barrel, so it's not something you're probably gonna conceal.
Yeah.
And there goes one of those side optics on it. Here goes our full size. It's gonna be about a 4.4-inch barrel. So full size pistol, great for like home defense, things like that. You could carry it. I don't know how comfortable it would be concealed, but it's an option. And what's kind of different about our sport and our full size, they actually have external safeties. And I know that's kind of important for some people. Some people prefer a safety on a pistol.
Yeah.
Now, when you get into our smaller ones, like here's our compact. Our compact's not going to have a safety, but it's going to be a 4-inch barrel and the grip's going to be a little bit shorter. This is a popular pistol. This is what we sell a lot of because it's kind of a little bit in between a micro gun and not a full size. You can carry this concealed comfortably, and it still performs really well. You talked about having large hands. Our CEO Tony Piñato, he has huge hands, and this is his pistol of choice. This is what he likes shooting. Over here, okay, and then here goes our SOCOMs, kind of like this one over here. Also comes in an OD green. So the difference with this one is our cuts aren't going to be as aggressive. This was actually designed for Turkey Special Forces. So the cuts couldn't be so aggressive to kind of avoid some debris getting in there, but you still got the benefits of a lighter slide and more of a purchase if you're going to rack it from the front. And it also has a mag well, so it helps with, those faster reloads. And we have it in full size and a compact. Then down here is our subcompact, which is our other popular pistol because of how small and slim it is.
Yeah.
So with the mags, it'll come with a flush fit, but we also have a 15 round and a 17 round, which kind of helps conform to your hand and kind of completes that grip. So this one is also optics cut if you wanted to do that. So that's pretty much the line there. Again, the SOCOM, I believe that retails for $529, and you get a threaded barrel, a mag well, and all the other features you like in your SAR 9. And then the compact is pretty popular too, because with that mag well, it really does hug your hand when you grip it.
Are there any mags that interchange from other manufacturers with yours or anything like that? Is it your own specific mag style and size and fitting?
Yeah, it's our own mag. Very similar to like a SIG 320. If you wanted to compare it to something, they're steel mags, so they pop out when you hit that mag release. So, better than, I guess, a polymer mag where it might get sticky, So mags are good. What's cool about it is going from a larger gun to a smaller gun, you can keep 21 round mag in your vehicle, and it'll fit in your SOCOM all the way down to the subcompact. I mean, it's be sticking out about that much, but it'll work.
Nice. I know you can do that with Glock too. The longer mags will fit in the shorter frame guns, the same style and stuff. So that's kind of neat to know too. But I see, I think I read about them that they come apart similar to how the Glock comes apart as far as taking them apart to clean them and stuff. Let's see, you got anybody in the U.S. like as far as law enforcement or military that uses them yet?
Yes, several agencies in Texas are carrying them right now. Mainly agencies where they allow their officers to carry their choice of weapon. We do have a level 3 holster. It's on the website. So, for law enforcement, that's kind of important.
Yeah, I might check that out.
Yeah. And some other agencies around the nation, you know how it is with some agencies. Some of them don't like to be named and stuff, but I would tell you several in Texas and across the nation, they're starting to carry them.
Cool. Yeah, up here it seems like most people either carry the Smith & Wesson or the Glock for the most part, and there's some agencies I know that let them carry their own, and you'll see different stuff. But I think those two are the more predominant ones up here,
right,
in Nebraska. You guys, so are these all 9mm then? Do you guys carry different calibers, or are they all 9?
All 9mm. We do have some 45 out there. They're going to be a steel frame pistol. So you can find those at certain dealers, things like that. But this year we're just really focusing on the line that's popular, which is the SAR 9 line. So you'll see a lot more of that.
So back in early Yeah, I don't know when it was, maybe around 2010. I'm just throwing out a date out there, but it's been about 15 years ago or so. I think the FBI did a study. They went from, I think, 40 cal down to the 9 millimeter, and part of the reasoning was the 9 millimeter, the amount of damage that it does is very minimal. The difference is very minimal compared to the 40. You have a lot less recoil with the 9 millimeter, so you can get on target and ready to go for your second subsequent shots. You can hold more rounds in the mag, and there's a whole there's a whole slew of reasons that they were going to the 9s from the 40s at that point, and so I think the 9 millimeter is a great round to be going with.
Right. And I think, I mean, we're going to blame the FBI for going to 40 cal too. So,
Yes.
they were worried about 9 mil over penetrating, so they wanted something a little bit bigger, a little more, and just not so big as a 45. That's why they found that happy medium in 40 cal. But as we know, it gets a little snappy. The recoil is a little bit different. And I think the technology in the 9 mil round kind of got better. So they were probably comfortable going back down to a 9 mil. But you're absolutely right. I mean, qualification rates went up. People more comfortable carrying more ammo. All of that stuff is good.
So you got anything else for us this morning?
No, I would just say people get on our Instagram. Like I said, SAR Firearms _official. See what we're doing. We've actually done some torture tests ourselves to the pistol. We put it on there. We got a lot of people shooting them. We're talking to customers that are shooting the firearms, or people that are trying them on range days, things like that. So we're going to be out in your areas. And if we're not, shoot us a message, shoot us an email, and we'll go out to your area and host a range day somewhere. So we just want people to give us a shot. Pick up the pistol. We're at a range day. We give you plenty of ammo. You can sit there and dump mags if you want, because we want you to. 3 rounds isn't going to tell you if you like a gun or not.
Yep, no, that's true, and you want to know that it's reliable and it's going to last and go off the triggers.
We always bring plenty of ammo, and we're having a good time. So our range days are a lot of fun. So if you ever hear about one in the area, definitely come by and visit.
You ever get up in the Nebraska or Kansas or South Dakota?
Not yet, but it sounds like an invite. If you got a range out there that's open to it, I'll have gun will travel.
All right. Well, maybe I'll see if I can get something set up at some point.
Awesome.
So I appreciate your time, Juan, and hopefully as things progress and stuff, we'll get you on here again, and when you get some new products or just want to talk about something new or something different. But I appreciate you coming on here with me, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, and till next time, God bless and stay safe.